Yeah, so today we just had a meeting about team attitude in general. I think it's a little bit of complacency from the guys. It's like, yeah, we're winning tons of scrims, and then, oh shit, we lost a real match, and then everyone's like upset all of a sudden, right? It's like, you have to be more emotionally stronger than that. Like, you just have to have the mental fortitude to succeed in this industry, and if you don't, then you need to leave, right? And that's one of the first things we said to them, right? Like, if you're not bought into this game, if you're not bought into this company or this team, then you need to leave. Just the attitude we had in the game touch room is like, there's a really shitty attitude, right? The third game, it's like you pretty much wasted everyone's time for an hour. You wasted their like 5 other people that are your peers. It looks bad for you, for your reputation, and it looks bad for us as an organization, right? Like, we can't do that shit. We're at week 2 of the Challenger series right now. We're 0-2, which kind of sucks, but it's against Apex, which is like probably the best team in the league, other than maybe TDK or us. We can't underestimate anyone because each one of these games is super important to us, right? One way we can do that is we're going to bring in a sports psychologist that we'll work with, but he's going to come in. It's going to be Weldon Green, and then also another dude, Jonathan Carter. They're going to run a couple of workshops on like mental fortitude, teamwork, communication, that kind of stuff. Things that will really help us grow as a team. I think it's just good to be able to have a forum to talk about that in a team environment, because a lot of times the players will talk about it to coaches or the players that are closer on the team one-on-one, and I think having a large meeting like that lets you kind of be more open about it.
I just think like all the people on the team individually, like everyone should be trying to like grow into their own player and like do everything you can in game. Like I feel like not everyone on this team is like fully comfortable and like is on the same page. Everybody should be like striving to like be able to carry the game on their own and like try and make plays on their own and get everybody else on the same page.
I guess communication in game could be better if like mid or top like need pressure or something. Like don't be afraid to ask.
Just think like this is only for a month. Like the season's only a month longer, and then we have playoffs. Like you put in the work now, then you reap the benefits later, and you rest later. But now there is no rest, it's just practice. And I'm tired of losing. Like I don't want there to be any excuses, because there are no excuses. Doesn't matter. Just have to make it happen. I need your water.
Yeah, that went really well actually.
It was an intense.
I don't feel it was intense. I felt it was really good. I felt like especially like Ben had like so much stuff to say.
Yeah.
And
it was a much needed meeting.
Yeah.
I'm Jonathan Carter. My background's in sports psychology, so I'm here teaching Ember about sports psychology and how to train differently to perform better when they play.
That luck thing is basically what we try to get rid of with sports psychology. Is like luck to me is just, you know, almost hoping that things are going to still work the same on game day as they've been working in scrims and practice.
So we'll be doing workshops each day, and I'm laying the groundwork of just basic sports psychology knowledge that they can use in practice and in their games. This is a good opportunity to practice getting back from distraction. So if anytime you notice you're distracted, you're getting frustrated, whatever it is, just think of that next number and only focus on that. All right, you're gonna start at 62. Go. A lot of stuff we talked today is really good. They know what they're supposed to do to perform, and that's why they're at this level. A lot of times it comes down to consistency. So they can say the right things and they can practice the right things, but if they don't do that all the time, that's when you see them not being consistent in their performances. And so it'll be a lot easier to see once I see them performing. And then as things come up, I'll be working with both the players and the coaching staff as to how to make sure that these skills stick. Because the one thing with sports psychology, it's not like a magic wand. You can't just come in and wave it around and then suddenly everything's better, people's minds are right. It's just like the skills that they have in League of Legends. Like they have to put the time in and the effort in to develop these kinds of skills. And so my goal this week is to lay that groundwork and then have the team build off of that over the time to come. But yeah, so there's this nerve that goes up our spine that pulls us out of fight or flight. Like our body goes into this stress response, and so then we start having high heart rate and having adrenaline, all this nasty stuff. And so this nerve, if we hit it, pulls us out of that. It's think of the last time you hysterically laughed for, 30 seconds or something. Basically, when you laugh, your diaphragm is just doing this to that nerve over and over and over again, so it forces you to not be stressed. So breathing that way does the same thing, and it helps balance you out so you make better decisions. So we're gonna try the first steps of mindfulness right now. I will not be asking you to focus on your third eye, so don't worry. So I just want us to sit here Just like focus on your breathing. As you get distracted, just pull it back to your breath. I try to practice what I preach. So when I'm talking mindfulness, it's not my first time ever doing it. Like I know the experiences that they're going through, the sensations they feel, or if I'm like talking about goal setting, I've used my own stuff to set goals. And I think that's what makes people successful in this field, is actually having, you know, tangible examples of how they used it, and then it makes it more relatable. So my master's is in sport and performance psychology, and so right out of my master's I started working with the Army. The Army realized that they're really good at the physical and tactical stuff, but they didn't put a lot of effort into training soldiers' minds, and so they started hiring a lot of sports psych folks to either make their training better, more efficient, or just make it so that they get out of their own way when they're performing. And so I've always loved esports, and I found out some other people are combining sports psychology and esports, so I started doing the same thing. A lot of times they talk about being like automatic or like time standing still and that kind of thing, and it's because they're focused on like what they're doing, they're not focused on what they're thinking. Think about what happens when someone's driving and then a cop like is in their rearview mirror. Like, what does the driver tend to do then?
Slow down.
Yeah, they slow down, they suddenly become like the world's most perfect driver. It's because what's happening is up until that moment, you were nice and automatic. You were just like relying on muscle memory, you were good to go, and now you add like something that pulls you out of that moment, and now instead of focusing on driving or like not focusing, you're focusing on the cop. What's the situation in league where you were so just not focused on anything and you were just like playing naturally, and then something distracted you and you started analyzing like everything you were doing?
I was playing, I was doing pretty well. I got a kill or two, and then I hear the my AD carry blue flashing barrier on the way to lane, and I'm like, what? And it just threw me out the game, like I couldn't even believe it. And then we lost 10 minutes later.
So, I mean, how did that change so you blew flash barrier, and then what's like going through your mind every second after that? Like, what are you focusing on?
How fucked is my bot lane now? I'm not thinking about my lane anymore. I'm thinking, how fucked is my bot lane? Because they're gonna die now. They don't have any sunlights. Fuck. That's what happened.
And then, like, did that affect how you played it?
Yes, very much. Because at that point, I'm like, okay, I have to do like twice as well as I'm doing now. I have to double up. It's double or nothing, you know?
That's what we're talking about. Because like in those moments, if you've practiced mindfulness up until then, in that moment, if you're able to like redirect like back on what you can control, you're at least maximizing like your impact on the game instead of like trying to overextend and trying to like overplay or like play above what you're supposed to do.
A little nervous. Unlucky, dude. I can't move at all. Like literally everyone is sick except for Colin, I think. I mean, we had pretty good scrims this week, and then Jonathan Carter, our sports psychologist, was with us a week, so I think he helped a lot. But hopefully the sickness doesn't erase all of our hard work this week. It's tough, but we'll see how the sickness affects us. And then also, everyone plays a little different from scrims versus live games as well. Everyone plays a little safer and dies less. They'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. Yeah, I think they'll show up. One shows up on game day. He just doesn't take practice seriously sometimes.
So now let's get ourselves into our first match, and tonight it's, again, Ember looking to take down Team Liquid Academy. Coming into the series, Ember was actually one of the more hyped teams in Challenger, but they looked kind of weak last week.
Yeah, they played against Apex, who had 3 substitutes, and they lost 2-0.
Yeah.
So Ember right now has 0 points, but they won.
So we just want to get protected pink wards and make slow plays.
Alright guys, keep a positive attitude. If anything goes wrong, like, you know, tilting is not allowed. We have to just stay positive no matter what.
Academy. Ember looking to get some points on the board. We'll see if they can do it. TLA can defend first place here. Top lane is where we're going to look, because Zeri has now cut off Solo.
He's looking for range. Oh, he went
Solo,
back.
wow, in the wrong spot of this lane. It was on the wrong half, and he gets taken down. First blood goes to Zig already. Bad things to start for Ember. And you look at this gold score, and Ember are actually winning in money overall. They're down kills, they're getting wrecked in the bottom lane, but look at the farm that Contracts has. He's done so much to outperform Zeri here, even though it's like 0-0-0. I realize Zeri's gotten 2 ganks off, but Contracts is rich and he's warding super well, which is the entire reason this game is not just entirely TLA's right now.
We're going over here.
We're gonna make that.
Fabby. We got Fabby dead.
Because they look at the backside, Solo's there, and it's a skirmish all over the place.
Stun getting a two-man knockup twice, and already they picked up Fabby. Now in towards the front lines, as on the side we have Zig just getting wrecked right now by Solo and Contracts, pushing forward, getting the kill. Youngman's gonna be next. Flash pulverized.
Get 2 turrets. We can Baron.
Yeah, we can.
The only one left alive, Ember crushed that one.
Ember digging deep to try and get their first win of the
Challenger Series and make it so they don't have that big goose egg in the win category
right now. They want some points.
Now they push it towards the mid lane. They want something done here, but Contract's getting bursted out, and Ordio's been killed off by Zeri. They trade back as Smoothie goes down, but still Solo in the front lines heals up the team with the ulti. 3 kills for 1 already.
They have the Baron buff. They might be able to end the game right here. These are 25-second timers. They might have this Nexus at 25 minutes free.
At 25 minutes indeed. Already they pushed in. 1 turret down, the second one gone as well, and no one's back yet to stop them here. Fabby nearly getting one shot by Golden Blue, and that will be the first win of the season for Ember.
Hurry up, let's go to the next game. Very good job, guys. I'm really happy that that was very clean.
Very relieved. At least at the minute we won't go home.
Ready, boys?
Yeah, ready.
Everybody ready? We're going to plan? Okay.
Same thing as game 1.
Yeah, same thing. Keep positive, keep the calm, so it was just perfect that game, right?
Alright, don't get cocky.
And we have ourselves a game of League of Legends. Here we go. Game 2 between Team Liquid Academy and Ember. Attempt to play on a Golden Blue flash. Knockup Maokai came as well. Perfectly executed. Look at that, Team Liquid Academy. Again, first blood. Stun only level 5 cannot pop the ulti to save himself. Exhaust goes on a lot, and Stun's now in the wrong spot. Stun goes on towards Youngman, but he's going to stay alive. Solo just gets chunked out there.
Alright, my fault. I should just back.
TLA, 1,000 gold, they a little less than that for themselves.
Good spot to come in to this fight.
And they're going to go right in on a Golden Glue. Youngman's got to be a bit careful. We'll Valkyrie away from the Chaos Storm, and there's the
I'm dead. Go back. We don't win this. Go back, we can maybe win.
Into a turret. Now Solo alone in the front line, but a big 3-man Poppy knockup could bring Zig to his knees, and just barely TLA are staying alive. Finally, one trades back. Fabby going in, getting a shutdown. It has to run. Lod has a lot of damage. 1 Q miss, that would have been a kill. And Fabby, the turret's not enough. In 8.
Okay, guys, please remember what the plan is.
Yeah.
We cannot get TP flanked by Maokai. That's the only way we lose.
Vision control of the Baron pit, though.
They're trying to trap people in front of the Baron pit, and in fact, they do plenty of damage to this area to start. Ezreal comes across. Here comes it back to the back line. And now, how much time can Youngbin buy? Lod is chasing, forces the flash to get him away. But now Zeri jumps in onto Lod, but Lod's going to do enough damage. Contracts holding the front line for them. 1-3-0 so far to Ember. Contracts again holding the front line. Play from Smoothie. They really want in on a Youngman, but Golden Blue overextends, goes down, and now Solo gets the chase down, trades mid laner for mid laner. Now it's Smoothie and Zig holding up a lot of the damage, but Solo is killing absolutely everyone. Now Stun can set up on a Smoothie here. Pulverize would do it. Contract's gonna change for the cleaver. He's gonna miss that one, but it's still taking so much time. Contracts gets the kill, and it's a 4 for 2 to Ember.
Here's the thing, is it's still TLA, 4,000 gold ahead of Ember. Yeah. So that was a fight that Ember needed to win to stay in this game.
Ezreal tags only a couple people, double man knock up there.
Oh,
and a big burst goes in, and wow, Fabby just got absolutely one shot. Now in on towards Smoothie, who's got Iceborne Gauntlet slows in the brain, and a double kill comes through for Golden Glue. The burst was too much to deal with.
Down 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 gold before the first ace came out for them. They're definitely going to be able to play while they're even here.
He does. He gets hit by a buckler. Here comes the flank in, and they want this fight right away. Zig and Zeri again to the front line, but Zeri just getting DPS checked down so quickly. Lod takes him out. Now Youngman stuck in the front. He can't get the package to go anywhere, really, and this the team has to run. TLA forced to retreat, and Contracts and Solo cannot be stopped. The hook from Smoothie buys a bit of time, but Zig's in the wrong side of this one. 3-0 already. Make that 4 as Contracts takes one down. This could be the game for Ember. Actually, it's going to be an ace, and Smoothie drops. This will be the game. Ember should be 2-0 in this series.
All right, good job. And
We're eating steak tonight, boys.
Ember, after their first week, I was sitting there going, this organization put a lot of hype around themselves. They were trying to get the community to be like, you know, we're going to win it.
Yeah, we're the guys.
Believe in it, believe in them. And they had the infrastructure, and they're building and building and building. And after week 1, it was kind of like, okay, it felt like they were just a lot of talk, but they come in this week, they seem very prepared. Even though they're behind, they're able to come back against TLA, who were favorites coming into it. And I think this is what the organization needs as well, because after that first week, people were doubting, people were questioning.
Sure.
And it's not just a win for the players, it's a win for this organization now, showing that they actually came to play with their NA talent.
Fuck yeah, dude. 2-0, baby.